We are live. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all. It is so good to be finally back doing a regular show here on the Around the Point Network. This is S.A.D. Something About Dynamite for June the 1st, 2023. June 1st, 2023. Want to take this time to wish everybody out there a happy Pride Month. It's also the beginning of June, meaning 20 more days. 26 more days until my birthday. Can you believe that, Mike?
Yeah.
26 days until my birthday, bro. I'm excited. I am excited, man. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. Um, but here we are. If you are new to the YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through your entire social media. And above all else, please, oh, please hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live every single day. Um, but in case you guys missed it yesterday, myself, Walter, Big Mike, even Caden, we all decided to do an installment of ATP Gaming, episode number 8, uh, which was fun. Um, there are plans for episode 10, the big episode 10 coming up in a couple of days or so, but we're going to have a big card planned for episode number 10. So make sure you guys keep an eye when that happens and when we go live for that too. But yes, today, last night, AEW Dynamite. The big announcement of Tony Khan was official. Tony Khan announced that CM Punk will be making his return to AEW, All Elite Wrestling, basically pro wrestling's best kept secret. And you think about it, right? You kind of knew this was happening. I know people were anticipating this when they announced Collision, and there were talks of CM Punk being on the original headline advertisement, if you will, for Collision, and it got scrapped. There was a little drama, but it's good to see that things are finally now being restored. It's good to see that things are getting restored, and it's good to finally see CM Punk back in All Elite Wrestling and just wrestling, period, man. Just so happy to see him back. Can't wait to see him. And yes, I'll be going to Collision as well. So hopefully, when they do hit Prudential Center, the most magical arena in the country, we get to see CM Punk again. We get to see him again. All right. But I hope all of you are enjoying your Thursday, what have you. I'm reading some comments here. We asked the Fed, sup, welcome back. It's good to be back. Feels good to be back. Yes, happy Pride Month. Frantic World right here. What's up, Steve? Big Mike in chat. What's going on with you, Frantic World? What's going on with you? Romeo writes here, $1 million for the first week of Collision, 600,000 the next week. Could very well be. I would not be surprised, to be honest. I would not be surprised at all. So Fat Race here. By the way, the singer that was singing the Wild Thing, A Double or Nothing, was wearing a mask, not blackface. Kind of had a feeling. Now, again, being there live at T-Mobile Arena, we didn't notice the whole fiasco that everyone was going about on the internet when it happened. Wasn't aware till I caught the replay. And I'm like, still not not the smartest choice, but yeah, there's that. Um, Also, guys, while you're at it, feel free to hit in the chat, your thoughts on Dynamite. Did you enjoy it or not? As always, I am that Peruvian Fight TV extraordinaire. I am the one they call Steve, a man of honor. And as well as always, we are joined by the good brother, the Parlay Paralyzer himself, Big Mike, Pride of Detroit.
What's up?
What's going on, man? How
So,
are you?
Pushing on,
Pushing on, man, pushing on. Um,
Yeah.
so last night's AEW Dynamite was the post Double or Nothing episode of Dynamite. And I gotta ask, Big Mike, what was your overall thoughts on the post episode of AEW Double or Nothing being Dynamite, if you will?
I thought it was an okay show. You know, nothing to. I mean, it felt like a filler show.
Yeah,
Uh, After a pay per view, which most pay per view shows after pay per views are. Some of them are ending feuds, some of them are beginning feuds. But this seemed like one of those shows where it was continuing feuds, and it made it a very mess show.
I hear you,
Because
sir.
it's a bunch of feuds that I don't want to see except for maybe one.
That's a nice shirt, by the way. Nice shirt.
Appreciate it.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
and of course, joining us here from beautiful sunny California, live from the Chase Mobile, Chase Oliver. What's going on, Chase?
Nothing much, Steve. You talk about one thing on this episode, but other than this was actually despite not having any big names, it was actually a surprisingly decent episode of Dynamite.
I have to agree. Now, like we just mentioned, there was no star, like there was no MJF to be, no MJF. But like you said, there was missing that star power. But overall, just like you guys, I thought the show was solid. Solid show. The rating came in as well. The rating for Dynamite, and I'm surprised by this, 924,000 viewers. Yeah, I know. We're
Oh,
all doing
surprise!
the
It's after a pay-per-view. People are trying to what's it called? People want to know what's going on after the show. They want to know what the next storylines. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
That's fair. I mean, for me, because like we just said, there was no star power names on the show. I really want to believe had this not been a post pay per view, this would have been probably 600,000, right? Or maybe 700,000.
I don't know, these jobber cards, when he doesn't have like any big stars, they end up being the ones that do draw pretty well. So I think this one would have been probably around the same range, maybe 900, just 900,000 flat and stuff. Because I don't know what it is. People are just like, oh, well, I don't know who these guys are. I want to go check them out or something. But yeah, this is definitely just after the pay per view effect. They want to know, but people should know already. Tony Khan has a calendar. He has stuff that he's not going to give you anything until a month before the pay per view. So people, we're so used to how WWE does things with, after the pay per view, you got to watch. So people think the same thing for AEW. They think, oh, if I watch this episode, something big's going to happen. They're going to, no, this guy, like, look, he ain't going to promote shit for Forbidden Door or do anything for Forbidden Door because New Japan has a show this Sunday in Dominion, so he ain't gonna waste time with that. That makes no sense. Like, why would you start teasing anything Forbidden Door related? So, and his next pay per view is not until what, the end of August. So
August.
this
Yeah.
guy,
August.
well, he has both August and September. So
Weekend
yeah,
after
this
weekend.
guy right here,
And the biggest
he taking
moment
his
on this
time. This is the
show,
usual Tony Khan post episode.
yeah, the biggest moment on this show was an announcement. So,
Yeah, which it was. So you know what? It's funny. We just get into this
Yeah.
now. Let's just get into the announcement now. In case you guys been living under a rock throughout the last couple of months, Tony Khan announced, or AEW was announced, that they'll be doing another show called Collision, which could be starting every Saturday, I believe, starting June 7th. Was it June? Is it June or July? When are they starting Collision?
June.
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 So in a couple of days, in a couple of days from now, they'll be airing Collision on Saturday nights. And
Well,
minute
you
you
mean a
also,
couple of weeks from now, June 17th.
yeah, a couple of weeks, but a couple of days because it's already June 1st. Okay, so it's like 16 more days. And if you wondered, also the obvious, CM Punk has been gone, right? There were talks that they're gonna do Collision just to bring back CM Punk. Everyone's been, again, right? They announced that, they're doing United Center the first episode, so it was only time that till they announced CM Punk, and it happened. CM Punk will be on the first episode of Collision from the United Center. Um, like I said earlier, in the beginning of this, I'm happy to see him back. Happy to see him attempting to wrestle because again, considering his history with injuries and all that stuff, um, I'm just happy to see him back. Chase, what about you, man?
Yeah, it's cool that Punk's back. I mean, let's be real. We really want to see him back to wrestle against the Elite. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So we're just going to see what this collision nonsense is all about. I mean, I feel like we've been waiting for this announcement since like 2 weeks ago when the show was first announced. Like, first we got an announcement of the show and like how many episodes are going to be, like the tour dates of it. Then we got announced
Yeah.
the last week, like, oh, it's going to be at the United Center. So that right then and there, you should have just said, oh, by the way, CM Punk's going to be there. And then finally, it was like, all right, guys, I got to just tell you, CM Punk's. It felt like Tony Khan did not want to overshadow Double or Nothing or give people the expectation that CM Punk could be at Double or Nothing. Because if he would have just announced, oh, CM Punk's going to be on AEW Collision, oh, man, screw Double or Nothing. You know, some people may say, hey, summertime, Chicago, it's on a weekend. Let's travel there and we get to see CM Punk. I really think he did not want Double or Nothing to get overshadowed by this. But sadly, it was. Double or Nothing was overshadowed by this new shiny toy showing Collision. I feel Tony Khan's misstep here is that he didn't plan to get Collision done in May. I feel like if he would have gotten Collision done in May and then we would have gotten some Collision matches for Double or Nothing, that could have been a oof to Double or Nothing. But, you know, it comes down to, you know, having to, you know, please the networks and when you can air new shows. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty hard to try to get it done in May with the NBA playoffs and everything of that nature. But still, I feel like this show we've been waiting for the show announcement. But yeah, as far as Punk coming back, it's like, it's cool. You know, he's going to wrestle. He's going to be there, do his thing. You know, I know people are concerned about the injuries and stuff with CM Punk. But to me, it's just like, I really don't care unless he's wrestling the Elite because I want to see how that shit's going to go down. Like it's Scott Colton. Like I heard he wants his first feud to be with Samoa Joe. Bro, this ain't 2003. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you first Samoa Joe again. I watch all those CM Punk, Samoa Joe 60-minute classics, whatever. I want to see something fresh, something new with this guy. And then also, too, it's like, what are we doing with the titles here? Because, let's be real. It seems like Tony Khan, with his giant calendar, has one idea with what he wants for the title. But let's be real. You bring Punk back, and this motherfucker never lost a title, mind you. Never lost a title, mind you. He's going to come back and then going to just be like, oh, well, I'm okay with not being a champion. No, screw that. I mean, CM Punk, he risked remember they did the storyline, risked his broken leg to go fight John Moxley again to regain his AEW championship. I mean, he's a two-time champion. 0 title defenses, but two-time champion nonetheless. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's it's bizarre. It's just bizarre because it just feels like Collision is going to be its own little part of the AEW universe, but not really connected. But yeah, I'm not really like too pumped up for CM Punk. It's like what Romeo said in the chat. The first episode will be like 1 million because people are just gonna want to know what's going on with Punk and everything there. Then the rest is gonna dip and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I get what you mean
long
with
story
that, though.
short, no, I'm not really that excited for Punk being back.
For me, it's more like, all right, I'm seeing the dude back on TV and just that visual. You know, the rest, I kind of I agree with you on the rest. Big Mike, I know you said last night that you wish they would have done that as a surprise.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that still? Like your overall tip, overall your take on everything?
Yes, I would. Because, well, wasn't there like there's things of them saying that tickets wasn't selling good for Collision?
That's what I'm hearing. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know. From what I've
Yeah, so
seen,
I understand the announcement, but that should show you that should kind of show you like, hey, the United Center show can't really sell out unless you announce the son of Chicago. This is like
yeah.
you should have saved them, and the people that missed out just miss out, and then try and make the other shows when he shows up every other 2 shows. So it's like at this point you should have did it as a surprise. I still believe in that fact.
Fair
'Cause people
enough.
are going
the
to tune
only
in
problem is
regardless.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about people are going to watch regardless. But in terms of people going to the show, he kind of dicked himself there. That's on Tony Khan. That's poor management on his part because really, to be honest, it's just AEW's at this weird like AEW is no longer the shiny new toy. It's like, for example, I'm going to use fast food references here because I think a lot of people could connect to it. AEW is no longer In and Out. Once you have had In and Out a bunch of times, you know what you like, you know what you get. It is what it is.
I had it once.
AEW now
Yeah.
is, I like to say, Panda Express. It's Panda Express. You pick and choose what you like. When you go to Panda Express, you already know what you want. You don't venture out of your Panda Express order. You don't say, "Oh man, I gotta try it." No, you get the same shit all the time because that's what you like from Panda Express. That's how it is with AEW. People pick and choose what they like with AEW now. It's not like WWE where they're the McDonald's. You know what you get from McDonald's. You know what to expect from it. Hey, could it be good sometimes? Could it be great? Hey, maybe that Big Mac tasted a little bit different than last time. That McDouble tasted a lot better. That's what WWE is. AEW is at that point where it's not like, oh yeah, sometimes it'd be good, sometimes it'd be bad. No, it's we pick and choose what we care about. That's how the fans with AEW are. There are fans out there that will be like, all right, you know what, uh, Panda Express, I'll try this new wok fire shrimp. I'll try this bullshit. I don't know if it's good, but I want to try
Oh,
it.
baby.
But nowadays, it's like AEW. It's like, hey, do you like orange chicken? Here's CM Punk. Oh, you don't like the honey walnut shrimp? You don't have to watch Orange Cassidy. You can skip this. That's how it is. It's like so bizarre how AEW is, but that's just how it is. It's no longer like that. Like Steve, he tried In and Out for the first time. It was the first time that it was an adventure to go try In and Out. That's what AEW used to be. The adventure. Oh, I gotta go to AEW. I gotta go to the. I heard this is different. I heard it's better than WWE. Gotta go check it out. But guess what? Once you checked it out and you've gone time after time after time after time again, then you're kind of just like, it's all right. It does its thing. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good for the
It's good
price
for business.
point. But
Good for the
now
business. Yeah.
it's no longer the shiny new toy for most wrestling fans. It is now Panda Express. You go there, you get what you like, you watch what you like, and that's the thing with CM Punk. He is just the Beijing steak at Panda Express. People want to watch AEW for CM Punk. Okay, well that's what you get. You just choose a night. That's it, and that's a problem. Tony Khan, it's his booking. He can't. Tony Khan this is the thing. Long-term booking's good. I'm not trying to say long-term booking is bad, but what I am trying to say is what he needs to do is he needs to learn how to do booking. He needs to learn on the fly
Short term
booking,
booking.
smart, like quick snap, fast food booking sometimes. Yeah, short term booking, Russo style booking sometimes, because the problem is none of these shows feel unpredictable. They feel predictable to a T because it's like one of those things where it's like, let's rewind the clock a little bit. Powerhouse Hobbs winning the TNT title. He only won because it was his hometown, and Tony Khan had it on his calendar that this was supposed to happen from day one. And it's like, Tony, if you were really a good booker, you would have audibled that and said, "Nah, screw Powerhouse Hobbs. The guy does not need to win no title. No offense to Powerhouse Hobbs, but he really didn't. His TNT title reign is Men in
Yeah,
Black.
you
That snapped
neuralize.
out of your mind. Yeah, it's like, who cares? That's the thing. He needs to do that because that's what the TNT title should be. It should not be this belt where people are holding it. No, it should be your TV title where people can win at any time. They're like, holy shit, this guy won. Like, there's no shock value to anything he does on these shows anymore. It's just like it's so formulaic. It is pretty much what WWE is, except you pick and choose what you like. It's not like WWE where you're like, all right, I gotta eat this shit because I ordered it from McDonald's. No, it's like, okay, I pick and choose. Like, oh, the leader on, I'm gonna change the channel. That's where AEW's at. They don't have no cohesiveness.
Yeah. Which is very unfortunate. Again, to go back to what you're saying, Tony Khan's booking is just all over the place right now. But somehow he wins
Yeah,
these awards. But the show did start. Let's just get back to the show here now. We had a 6-man tag. We had the Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio, Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta going up against a Bandito and the Lucha Brother. I loved Bandito's attire. It was homage to El Chapulín Colorado one of the many characters of Chespirito. So I like that. Again, going back to my childhood, what I used to watch when I was a kid. I thought the match was okay. For a good opener. You guys remember, the Blackpool Combat Club? They were in that main event at Double or Nothing in Anarchy in the Arena. But I had no issue with Wheeler even getting the win here for his team. I had no issue with it this time around. But yeah, granted, it's a TV match, but it made sense of them winning. Made sense considering, hey, Moxley and Claudia are going to Japan, I think this weekend. But overall, I thought the match was solid. Chase, what about you?
Yeah, it was a good opener. Like, you get the Lucha Brothers, you get Bandito, you get these three guys. You know the match is gonna be good. It's fine. It's just weird, this weird booking that what is Wheeler gonna win? Are they building it up to win an international title, TNT? What are we building it up for? That's my question, because they're doing a lot with Wheeler. Because Mox, Claudio, and Brian, they can do whatever. They're at that point where it's just like, okay, they don't need to go for titles. They don't need to win titles. Heck, they could win the trios titles for all I care. I think there'd be better trios champions than whatever House of Black is doing. Besides the lights, House of Black, it is what it is. But yeah, it was good. My only thing is this: I hate that it was such a 50-50 match. That's my only complaint. Like, I felt Blackpool Combat Club should have had a moment where they just absolutely wrecked them. And then I'm just sitting there like, holy shit, no one has done this to the Lucha Brothers ever. And these boys are getting their asses kicked. Like, that's my only theme. Like, it's just like, they just beat like the greatest faction in AEW history in the Elite. And then all of a sudden, you're telling me Bandito is holding up Wheeler Yuta's head for like 60 seconds and drops it. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's just show some sort of like, hey, let's make Blackpool Combat Club. These guys cannot be fucked with. I get it. I get it. That's not AEW's MO. But if you want to help the group that is literally called Blackpool Combat Club feel vicious and scary, and especially because John Mox is wearing a Death Jiu-Jitsu jacket, you should make it where it's like, hey, these guys are fucking badasses, especially going against, two badasses in the Lucha Bros. Bandito, not a lot of people know who he is yet, so you can't put him in the badass tier, but you've been watching for a minute, he's pretty cool too. So yeah, them being up three Stone Cold Killers, I think that doesn't hurt them whatsoever. If anything, it just makes us say, holy shit, the Blackpool Combat Club, the Elite really got to get to a dark ass place if they want to beat these motherfuckers. But I don't know. I'm just a fan. And you know what? A fan got hired before. So, hey, Tony Khan, you can hire me, bro. I got you.
That was amazing, by the way. Goddamn, Chase. Big Mike, your thoughts on the opening
I
match?
agree with everything Chase said. The match was fine. They're doing a lot with Yuta. It makes you wonder, did I care about the match like that? No. Also, the 50-50 like booking of the match was like stupid because they just went through this war. And they should have destroyed anybody that they faced that night. Like Tony is afraid to do that type of booking sometimes. Like he only pulls that trigger of booking when it's like what Mr. Brody Lee and
Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
I,
Like that's the last time we've had a booking of a match like that,
Squash.
and to my knowledge, um,
Yes.
he should do it with some of his other acts.
I think I'm sorry to cut you off. My apologies, Mike. My apologies. Uh, but I think the reason for that has a lot to do with the fact. All right, a lot of these talent that Tony signed, that again, like you're mentioning, who should in a match like this, for example, people know. All right, the hardcore, because again, that's who they attract. Their hardcore fan base, right? They know that someone of a Bandito has a following, right? Or Pentagon has a following, or Ray Phoenix, right? They all have following. They've been places, right? And in Tony's eyes, like, oh my god, if I squash them in this match, right, I'm gonna upset my hardcore fan
No,
base.
here's the thing, though, Steve. No, see,
Do you get what I'm saying?
here's the thing. They're in AEW. They're not in AAA. They're not in fucking Lucha Underground. They're in AEW. They're facing off against a former three-time world champion and John Moxley. He's three-time, yeah, he's three-time world champion John Moxley. No, this should not be like no offense to Pentagon. I love Pentagon. Who the fuck are you in AEW? You're like a ROH trios AEW tag team champion. You don't get to decide like, oh, I shouldn't be losing. No, if John Moxley wants to, and if anything, it adds more heel heat. They're in San Diego. They're on the border. A bunch of Hispanics there that are probably going to be pissed off at that. Hey, how about where John Moxley takes one of the Lucha Bros masks? Like, do something where it's like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. The league need to stop it. This does not make me hate the Blackpool Combat Club. This is the problem. He doesn't know how to book it. Like, it's so neutral. It's like, oh, I love the Blackpool Combat Club and I love the elite. I just want to see them fight. Like, bro, this is not UFC where it's like, oh man, we got two fan favorite fighters going. These are a group in a blood feud. You want the Blackpool Combat Club to be hated as fuck. Make them hated as fuck. What is he doing? Who cares? Who cares? These hardcore fans, I like really, to be honest, you already got them. They're going to watch. That's why I say we the sevens. 700,000 people are fucking committed to watching this show every single week, including us. So what you need to do is now you need to keep the 200 motherfucker thousand that decide to watch this show and make them stay so we're the nines. That's it. But no, this guy he loves the book, for the fans that are already watching. You got to book for the people who aren't watching. You got to book for the channel flippers. People say, "Oh, that's not a thing." That is the thing. Still, stop it. Stop it. Stop saying that's not a thing. Flip into the channel, all of a sudden you see a fucking guy. He's bleeding out of his fucking mind. His mask is taken. You see John Moxley with the mask in his mouth going, ah. So you're like, what the fuck is this? Then you stay and watch. That's it. It's like really not that hard. But the problem is he books too much towards the hardcore fan. Doesn't think about like, hey, here's the thing. I don't like the Blackpool Combat Club like that. But if you said, Chase, how would you book them? I would book them to success. Give me something I don't like. The Elite, FTR. I will tell you how I would book these fuckers to be entertaining. Because that's your job. It doesn't matter what I like. I look at it as, what if I was a common consumer? How could I sit down and stomach this shit? That's what you got to do. And the problem is he doesn't know how to do that. He sits there and he books. Oh, this is what I like. This is what the fans. Who cares? The Lucha Brothers, they're great. I'm not trying to say, oh, they're bad. I'm not trying to say Bandito's bad. But your whole purpose is for the Blackpool Combat Club, who just picked up a huge win on your pay-per-view that people paid money for. This group right here is supposed to be the biggest, baddest, toughest group. They're over here struggling with Ray Phoenix and Bandito and Penta. No! Fuck that. They're gonna came in wild and have the song still play, just like piss them off. Beat the fuck out of these three boys. Just do that. It really is not rocket science. And it's like everyone's like, well, Chase, that sounds like a bad idea. Okay, cool. If you think it's a bad idea, tell me what they should do besides that. Give me another alternative. I'm like, people think like, oh, I'm trying to be right. No, I'm trying to tell you what sounds more compelling. It really is not that hard.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The uber competitive back and forth in a lot of his booking is a little annoying when one person should be
I don't mind. Big Mike, real
outpowered.
quick before. I just want to say I don't mind competitive matches. Like for example, we got one with the triple threat later on. That's fine to be competitive. I'm talking about when you have your big time heel faction against like three guys that are not really on the same level.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
I just want to make that clear. I'm fine with competitive matches.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm fine with competitive matches too, but I was piggybacking off of you. The just the uber competitiveness of a lot of the booking of people that should be more dominant than others is annoying.
Yeah, absolutely it is. It really, really is. Me some of these comments here. Chief writes here, what's up, brother? Sorry I haven't been up at ATP. Got a new job. Congratulations, man. Have been working more hours. Hey, man, go get the bread, bro. Go get the bag.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats, brother. Congrats. You know what, man? You've been a long time listener of the show, man. Long time listener, my friend. You are gonna get the plaque. And Sonic Bro writes here: Is Tony Khan booking AEW like Paul Heyman booked ECW?
No, he is not. Because here's the thing. Yeah, to some extent, but not to. So Tony Khan match wise, yes, he's booking
Yeah,
like how Paul Heyman booked TCW because Heyman would do the same shit where there would be all these competitive matches and stuff. The difference is that he doesn't book his characters like Paul Heyman did. Paul Heyman was able to book really good characters. Like Tony Khan and Paul Heyman Tony Khan's a smart mind for the business. He is just in his own way of like being set. Once Tony Khan learns, like, oh, not everything has to go to the end destination I want it to be. Once Tony Khan learns to adjust to what he's hearing from the crowd and hearing from like everything else and outside sources, he'll be good.
yeah,
It's just right now he's just so stuck in his end booking. He does not book characters to make like Wheeler Yuta is the perfect example for this. And then after this, I'm gone, guys. Wheeler Yuta became super hot after this match with John Moxley. You know, people were comparing. I wasn't doing this. I thought it was ridiculous, but people were comparing this to like Stone Cold and Brett. Oh, AEW made their homegrown star. What happened? What happened after that? And it's also honestly one of the most watched clips on AEW's YouTube. You can see that. What happened after that? He gets sent to the best of the Super Juniors, and he has a middling performance there. Like, sure, he did okay, but middling performance there. And then he comes back, just feels like another dude. And then he loses to Danny Garcia, like, and then he's supposed to be the main ROH Pure champion, and then that doesn't even help him. Like, no one cares. Everyone's like, okay, cool, he's the ROH Pure. That's cool, that's fine, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He don't feel like anything special. He really don't, and that's a problem. Paul Heyman would have found a way to make Wheeler Yuta still feel special after that moment. Tony Khan just doesn't know how to do that. And now he's correcting his mistakes, saying, oh, I got to do something with this guy. I mean, and whatnot. But still, he's being overshadowed by the fact that he's in a group with Danielson, Mox, and Claudio. So Paul Heyman, he would have found a way to make these dudes better. Like, in terms of matches, yes, very similar with the 50-50 style. But the thing is, a lot of the enhancement guys, it wasn't like, oh, they got their shit in. It was like New Jack would come out, beat the fuck out of them, and it was a 20-minute match just because New Jack was beating the fuck out of this guy for 20 plus minutes. Like it was more like, or like Raven needed like a bunch of like running, like, so it'd be Raven versus some dude, and it was like, oh well, it's not just Raven versus some dude because Stevie Richards is running out, all this other stuff, you know, similar styles like that when it comes to matches, but you know, yeah, his character work is horrible. Like, let's be, if it does not involve the elite, like, name me a good character Tony Khan has booked.
nobody. Character wise, nobody.
I have to go back
Yeah,
to Mr. Brody Lee.
All right, yeah, Mr. Brody Lee.
yeah,
That's about it.
that's the last one that you can really think of, like, where it's like, wow, he's like all the. Cause I was the same way. Well, people signed Luke Harper. I was like, Luke Harper, like, all right, cool, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess WWE didn't really know how to use him. I mean, good hand, but how much better can he be? And then he came in, ruling Dark Order. Damn, this guy's actually pretty. WWE really did miss the ball on this guy. I mean, how do you get gift wrapped? I'm being dead honest. You get gift wrapped Miro and Andrade. Miro and Andrade. You get gift wrapped these two motherfuckers. And you don't know how to book them.
And the funny thing about it is, Miro has a lot of charisma.
Yeah, Miro, like, has everything you want in like a package wrestler, and you don't know how to book him.
No.
And then same with Andrade. It's like literally like dude looks like a $1 million. The guy has just a nice look. He can wrestle with anyone on the roster. You tell Andrade wrestle this guy, he got you. It will be a good match. I mean, before, like, you know, Dave Meltzer heart grew 4 times the size. The last 5-star WWE match was him versus Yanni.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy got a 5-star match out of Yanni, for fuck's sakes. I mean, this guy's great. Tony Khan didn't know what to do with him. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's ridiculous. This guy just does not know how to book characters. I mean, look at Swerve. Swerve and Keith Lee were like a good feud, and then all of a sudden Keith Lee came back and he's a dragon? Like the fuck?
A Grand Wizard almost.
Father Time.
Father Time
Wizard,
in the mud. In the mud.
Yeah, in the mud. So that's the thing. Unless because the elite are the only ones, and the thing is, it's really to be honest, the elite suggest something to Tony, and Tony just fine tunes it a little bit. He goes, "All right, none of your stupid shit. Let's do this." Like that's all it really is. But it's like Heyman Page. If everyone says, "Oh, Heyman shit," that's the elite. I'm not sitting there and going to say give him full credit. It's more of a 50-50 job there. He fine tunes it. Because the elite probably, because bro, trust me, if this was the elite idea, Heyman Page would have beat Kenny Omega with like some weird dildo or something. Because I don't remember, dude, yeah, because remember Heyman Page before AEW, this guy was beauty with He Who Should Not Be Named, and he got taken out by the Dick Druids. Yeah. So don't tell me that these guys have some good idea. They think that shit's funny. They're sitting there like, hey. Both Khan's all sitting there like, what the fuck? Dick? Oh, hell no. We ain't doing that. Y'all can do that on BTE. So. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'll try to be in the chat and stuff. But yeah, that'll be interesting. In the chat, if you guys are watching live, name me any wrestler that character-wise, that Tony Khan has built up, man.
Character. Thank you, Chase, for the
character.
That's right. Character. Thank you for the time, Chase. Yeah, I can follow him on Twitter at ChaseOliver68.
We gotta speed this up. I gotta do something at 7. Huh?
I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry. My apologies, Mike. Following this, we had a triple threat of Swerve Strickland versus Big Bill and Trent Beretta. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. Why the fuck was this match on my television screen?
Have no idea. Did not care one single bit.
Why are they fighting?
Don't even care if it was a good match. Don't care.
Listen, I just want to know, why are they fighting? What's the reason here?
Have no idea. Get some reps in. I don't know.
Yeah. If they want to get the reps in, go watch Rampage, which I've heard this week is a stacked card.
Yeah, I'd rather watch this show than really talk about the rest of this show.
Hey, well, why don't you say that, Mike? Come on now, man. Come on, Mike.
I don't know, but let's move on.
Following this, we had No, what are you talking about? Continuing forward. Yes, thank you, Mike. We had, oh my God. We have Darby Allin, who was in the Fatal 4-Way in the in the world title match of Double or Nothing, the Four Pillars match, right? And Orange Cassidy, the international champion, who won the fucking rigged battle royal, versus the Gates of Agony, Bishop.
Who?
Yes, who? The Gates of Agony of Bishop Khan.
I don't care if they're always trios champions. They freaking jobbers. Nobody watches that show.
Yes, I know, Mike. I know. No one's watching this show. I understand. But my thing is, why are we putting Darby in this random match after coming out of a world title defeat? Like, why? Why? I don't
because Tony rather book him in a tag team match strongly than be a strong 4-pillar single star.
In the mud.
You drop one partner in Sting, who's an old fart, no disrespect, respectfully, and then you gain Orange Cena.
Yeah. And what's it called? Didn't Sting come out after this? Sting came out.
He did. He did to help his little runts back.
It's Sting. Yeah. I mean,
can't even beat a freaking what was that? A headlock turnover.
No way.
The headlock takedown. You can't even defend that. So your granddad got to help you after a tag team match.
Hey, listen, if I'm staying, literally do like 5,000 headlock takedown pins for yeah, I do 10,000 to make up, yo. But anyway, yes, he had this match. Uh, Swerve won, which I thought made sense, and yeah, that's
Of
all I can say
course,
about it.
yeah, yeah,
But my bad. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy is that's how bad like, again random this match
yeah.
was
We
because
went back a match
yeah,
because we didn't care
exactly,
about this one.
exactly. Like what the fuck, yo? What are we doing here? What are we doing? But yeah, um, from there, from there, we go to Chris Statlander defending her AEW TBS title, yes, against Nyla Rose. I guess this match was a good way to showcase. Okay, here's Chris Statlander, right? She won the title, even though I don't agree with how it happened. I don't like the way it happened, right? I just fucking don't. You literally ruined what you know. Yeah, Jade Cargill had.
Yeah, you ruin the allure, you ruin the mystique. Well, not really the mystique, but you
The
ruin
mistake
the
is always
allure.
there, buddy.
Yeah, the mystique's always there, but you ruin the allure of a dominant champion. You know, you build her up this far just for you to
Fumbled.
say, "Hey, you wasn't the real person
Yeah, you
all
weren't ready yet.
along.
You weren't ready on the log up. Sorry.
We wanted this alien chick more than a bad bitch."
That's what Tony
That's
basically
basically
said.
what they said. That's basically what they said. We want alien girl, not you. Go on about your business.
Now, mind you, again, it was a good way to showcase Chris Statlander. She's been gone for so long. In this, again, against someone like Nyla Rose, who's a former champion. Again, a good way to
Time out.
showcase.
When was the last time Nyla Rose was on Dynamite television?
I believe a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. I'm
It was a
sorry,
couple of months ago. Okay,
with
okay.
Vicky Guerrero, and obviously, what happened, and
Yeah,
Mike. And now here we are. Again, a good way to showcase her abilities in the ring. So I was fine with that. Mike, your thoughts?
it was there. We all knew what it was about. Let's move on.
We all this was about. Come on, man. Come
I am
on.
not. I am not feeding into this agenda of Chris Statlander. We're
Come.
moving on.
You
I'm
don't
not
think
giving. I'm not giving her the time of day. Nope.
boycotting Chris Stanley
Yep.
in the mud, yo. God dang. Okay. Okay. We get the main event. Main event. Mixed tag team match. Adam Cole, Britt Baker versus Jericho and Soraya. Because we couldn't end this at double or nothing, right? We couldn't end this. Let this be the end of it. Move on. Nope. Nope. We got this match.
Yeah.
I thought Jericho and Cole did better here than they did at Double or Nothing. That's for sure. Um,
Of course they were going to.
they had to make it up. They realized, oh shit, they shot the bed at Double or Nothing. I thought their moments were good. Soraya, Britt, there's like a little botch. I don't know if you caught it or not. Did you catch the botch? There's a clip out there. So I guess this is where I guess Soraya was like bent down, whatever, and I think Britt stood on the rope for like a hot second. So then Britt started just walking her instead of running to her and shit. But anyway, thought this match was okay. What about you, Big Mike?
Yeah, I thought the match was fine. Honestly, I really want this feud between Jericho and Adam Cole to be over. Even though Adam Cole is my favorite, I knew exactly what was going to happen when they entered this feud with each other. I said, "Man, this is going to be a feud that I really don't want to see week to week," and it is
Now
coming
here's
true.
here's what I think, Mike. Here's what I think. I feel like they're trying to build up Adam Cole. I'm not saying as fast before he got hurt. It's a slow build. Slow build. Granted, this is again my opinion. Keep that in mind. They're building him up to face MJF
So he
at
can
all out.
lose.
At all out.
So he can lose.
Obviously, it's gonna happen. I don't come on. You don't expect me to. You don't expect me to believe that. Adam Cole is gonna
Bro, they
beat
was doing
MJF.
this. They was doing this before he got hurt the first time, and he didn't deserve it then, and he doesn't deserve it now.
He doesn't, and I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. But that's the again. Adam Cole again. It's a slow build. Granted, is he the same performer he was in 2020? No, he's not. It's not. Again, you can see it on television here. Again, I understand he's been out for a minute. I get that, but you can see it, man. It's just not moving the same, bro.
Yeah, it's like try and be a little bit more creative with his feuds. Like I don't give a crap that he's in a relationship with Britt Baker.
I
Like
don't
it's
either.
just
I
I don't
don't
have to
care.
be reminded every week that he's in a relationship with Britt Baker. Only Detroit people will know this. Like every time Matthew Stafford played an LA team, or if they were in LA, or if when Matthew Stafford got traded to LA, they will always bring up that hey, guess who grew up with Matthew Stafford? Him and Clayton Kershaw. Every single time. And it became so sickening to us fans. We would joke and be like, hey, did you guys know that Clayton Kershaw and Matthew Stafford played baseball when they were in Little League? I didn't know either. Haha. It's just like that. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I hear
good,
you, man.
bro. Like I'm totally
You,
good.
you moved on. Like we've moved on from this program. I don't give a
Yeah,
damn if Jericho has to wrestle some bum on AEW Dark or try to put somebody attempt to put somebody over again. At this point,
yeah.
anything but have a few with Adam Cole. Let's just put a bow on this, right? I get that. I get it too. I'm over this shit, man. I'm over it. Um, but that was Dynamite, bro. And again, obviously the announcement of Tony Khan, CM Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk. You know, everybody's excited. This cat and mouse gang of CM Punk leaving and coming back. Ooh, CM Punk's coming back, everybody.
Uh, see the comments here. Will right here. This is starting to feel like when WWE kept pushing John Cena and Nikki Bella was together. I guess what you're trying to say is WrestleMania 33, right?
Yeah,
That program? Yeah, I guess
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Basically, hey, now they got a reality TV show, and guess what? There are a couple there too because they're a
I'll say
couple in
this
real
though,
life.
man. For Adam, we're talking about Adam Cole, right? For Adam
Yeah,
Cole here. Listen, bro, my man getting this exposure, bro. He's getting the bag, yo. My man, do what you gotta do, man. I don't give a damn. Just do what you gotta do. My
yeah. I
man,
mean,
getting
money's
this,
gonna rule all, but at the end of the day, as a fan, don't care. Really don't care to see it on my television every week.
I guess. Then we concluded. Um. Oh, my bad. We didn't mention this. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Don Callis' big explanation.
Oh, this was the one thing I liked.
Yes, this was the one thing on the show. We were about to conclude the show. How wow, and none of y'all peeped it. None of you guys like, hey, you don't forget this. You figured, right? Like they would have said something, right? It's okay. We love you guys.
Yeah, this is the one thing I liked on the show that I thought
Yes,
was really good.
Don Callis and Kanosuke Takeshita explaining why this, right, with Kenny Omega, right?
Hmm.
Here's what I liked. They had Kanosuke speak in Japanese,
Hmm.
and it was so badass. Like, all right, it was like a badass. All right, yeah. I even bought the line. I will destroy Kenny Omega. I will beat. Um, in the elite. I thought it was great.
Hmm.
Right? It was awesome. Even when Don Callis was building Kanosuke at the same level as as Kenny Omega in Japan and all these other Japanese greats, thought it was like, yeah, all right, I'm with
Yeah.
it.
Even when he said the line, I love this line where he said, I lost a nephew and I gained a son. It was hilarious. Huh?
Yeah,
As the crowd profusely booed
booed.
them out of the building. We wouldn't even let them talk.
Wouldn't even let him talk, bro. Listen, man, the Freakazoids. Let me tell you something, man. You you piss off. You piss them off. You piss off. Just one thing with the elite, it's over, bro. Say, do one little thing about the elite, and
Yeah,
violence, violence. I thought Dynamite was a good show last night. Thought it
I
was
thought you.
solid.
I'm glad you thought so, Frantic. I didn't. I didn't think so, but okay. I respect your opinion.
I thought it was solid though. I thought it was solid.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I thought it was solid too. So,
yeah, man.
deal.
But I know they got this whole championship rampage happening. Is it because there's a game two or something on Friday? Or I don't know.
So they play today. What's today? Thursday. No, they're not playing. They're not playing
Or
again
the
until
Stanley
like
Cup?
Saturday.
Or the Stanley Cup? I
Oh,
don't know.
Stanley Cup too. Yeah, Stanley Cup I think starts tomorrow.
Oh man, they got the parlays ready. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. But this is again, Mike. Overall grade for Dynamite this past from last night.
C
Overall
minus.
C minus. Okay, C minus. Yes. Oh, that's fine. You know what? I'm gonna go to C minus as well. C minus. But again, guys, give us your overall letter grade for Dynamite. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to drop them in the chat real quick if you like. Oh
What'd you
man, let me
say?
see. No, I said, people I want people to give us, their grade, what grade they would give, you know, Dynamite from last night. Oh yes, right. Well, guys, we're gonna conclude this episode of Sad. Want to thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. You can also follow the Around the Point Network at AT Point Network. Big Mike, let them know where can they check you out, man.
You can follow me on Twitter, Detroit Gamer 313. Also here every single day on the Around the Point Network. Go to my Twitter. I should have pinned it, but I had a sports tweet that go mini viral on
Oh,
Twitter.
you did, man. Congrats,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It happens
Congratulations.
once every basketball season, like every alternate basketball season. But
Hey.
yeah, mini viral tweet, but nonetheless, go follow me on Twitter.
That's right. That's right. Um, Also, you guys can follow Chase Oliver over on Twitter at Chase Oliver 68. That's going to be it for us. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Around the Point and maybe a little bit of ATP gaming and maybe a little, Around the Point after dark. But for myself, for Big Mike, for Chase, and the gang, this has been another episode of Sad. Something about Dynamite here on the Around the Point Network.